I'm a superstar. Cause all around the world, they know who we are. Running behind that money, got me missing my bed. Chasing after that paper, I'm sleeping up there.
Yo, welcome back to my channel. Before we get into it, make sure you like, subscribe, comment, man. You ain't got like, you ain't got to comment, but I do appreciate it if you did something if you're new. Now, in this video, I'll be talking about Attack on Titan, but in particular, I'm going to be explaining if Attack on Titan anime original ending will be getting a movie. Now, for the past week, it has been a lot of information regarding Attack on Titan Final Season Part 2, whether that is leaked information or information that we recently got from the special event for Attack on Titan Final Season. So, regarding the leaked information about Attack on Titan Final Season Part 2, basically, Mappa will be anime in Chapter 117, which is called Judgment, all the way up to Chapter 131, which is called The Rumbling. And then it's also stated that the 8 remaining chapters for Attack on Titan Final Season will be adapted into a movie. Now, if these leaks are true, which I think they are because it makes a lot of sense and it lines everything up, it would make a lot of sense for Isayama to cut Attack on Titan Final Season in 3 parts, because of the fact that the number 3 pops up many times throughout the story of Attack on Titan. We all know that Attack on Titan has 3 timelines, the first being the See You Later timeline, where Eren is given a third option by Mikasa to run away together and to live out his last 4 years. And of course, we all know that Eren ends up dying because of the 13-year curse of Ymir. And because of Mikasa's strong desire to want to be with Eren and Eren to be with her, she then loops him back to the beginning of the story where she first wakes him up under the tree. But this time, he wakes up in the manga timeline in the same death position that he was in when he was in the See Later timeline, showing us that is where he came from. And then we go through the manga timeline and we get to the point where it's time for Mikasa to give Eren that third option, and she ends up saying something different, and also the conversation ends up getting interrupted. And because of this happening, this forces Eren to continue to move forward through the manga timeline. And then we get to chapters 138 and 139, where Mikasa kills Eren and then buries his head under his tree. And because of Mikasa's strong desire to want to be with Eren and Eren to be with her, she then loops this motherfucker again. Like, damn, bitch, let him go. Like, Mikasa is that one annoying ex that just keeps trying to come back in your life. Like, haven't I suffered enough? Like, I had to kill my whole entire fucking family, then you killed me and go to make a family with John, and then you got the nerve to bring your fucking family to my gravesite. And what do? I get sent back to the beginning of the story, and now I gotta go through all this shit again. Like, damn, bitch, haven't I suffered enough? Like, I do not blame Eren at all if he chooses Historia in the anime, because Mikasa is toxic as hell. She's wrong for what the fuck she's doing to this man. Like, she's really fucked up. I don't know what the fuck wrong with that lady. Anyway, because of Mikasa's strong desire to want to be with Eren and Eren to be with her, she then loops Eren back to the beginning of the story where she first wakes Eren up under the tree. But this time, he wakes up in the anime timeline in the same death position that he was in when he was buried under his tree as a head, showing us that is where he came from. So we have 3 main timelines for Attack on Titan. The first being the See Later timeline, the second being the manga timeline, and the third being the anime timeline, which should be the very last one, where Eren should be able to find a way to break out of Mikasa's time loop. And the only way that he can do that is if Mikasa does exactly what her character is based off of does, which is Sumika and My Love. Basically realizing all the pain and suffering that she's put the main character through, and also realizing that she does not deserve the main character because of all that pain and suffering that she's put the main character through, which then leads to her sacrifice, which causes the time loop to stop. So I feel like something on the lines of that has to happen to Mikasa. I'm sorry, the bitch is toxic. She has to go. And like I said in my last video, and like I said in the past, if you go back to the Eren and Falco conversation in the anime, it's 3 trees that have no leaves at all. The first tree is the tree that Falco walks past when he first sees Eren waving at him. Then you also have to count the tree that Eren and Falco will be talking under. But it's also a tree right beside that one. And what I truly believe, these 3 trees represents the 3 timelines that Attack on Titan has. And with Eren and Falco having that conversation under the 3rd tree, it's showing us that they're in the 3rd timeline, which is the anime. And I also believe that the number 3 pops up in Attack on Titan manga chapter 139. When Historia is holding her kid, you can see 3 candles, 3 forks, 3 spoons, 3 plates, 3 cups, and you can see 3 people. As you can see, the number 3 just keeps popping up over and over and over again. And that's just one panel. So you can't even imagine how many times the number 3 pops up throughout the story of Attack on Titan. And it's a theory that's out there that shows all the times that the number 3 pops up throughout the story of Attack on Titan. So like I said earlier in the video, it just makes sense for them to cut the final season for Attack on Titan in 3 parts. And them doing that would be them adding to the pattern that they have been doing throughout the whole entire story of Attack on Titan. And also, the reason why I know for a fact that this is going to happen, basically Attack on Titan final season being cut into like 3 parts or more, is because I came across a picture. And for some odd reason, I cannot find that picture at all. Like, I don't know where the fuck it went at. It just disappeared. And that is part of the reason why it took me so long to get this video out, because I was trying to find that picture. I don't want to just say something without you guys seeing it. But you can take my word for it. So basically, somebody who is very close to Ymir, I would like to believe that he did call Ymir a close friend. He was basically asked about the ending for Attack on Titan, and he said that it seems like Attack on Titan final season can have a part 1, a part 2, and a part 3, and I also believe that he did say that it can have a part 4. Now, I'm not all the way certain that he did say part 4, but he definitely said part 1, part 2, part 3. And as you can see, it lines up with the leaked information that we got for Attack on Titan final season. And also, if you go off of what Noko said, who was also very close to the production for Attack on Titan final season and very close to Ysama as well, he said that Attack on Titan final season is called the final season, but it's going to be broken up in different parts. And he also made a prediction that the real final episode for Attack on Titan final season will be adapted into a movie. And the reason why Noko said the real final episode for Attack on Titan final season is because Attack on Titan final season is going to be cut up in different parts, and each part for Attack on Titan final season is going to have different endings. Oh shit, I just realized what the fuck I just said. Oh my fucking gosh. He's doing exactly what the, oh my gosh, you motherfucker. Ysama, you mother. So just like I said earlier in the video, Attack on Titan has 3 timelines. The See You Later timeline, the manga timeline, and the anime timeline. But what if they're not looked as 3 timelines? And instead, the See You Later timeline, the manga timeline, and the anime timeline is under one title, which is called Attack on Titan, but it's broken up in 3 different parts. The See You Later timeline would be the first part. Mikasa killing Eren, and then Paradise Island getting destroyed would be the second part. And the third part to Attack on Titan will be the anime. And all 3 timelines, which is considered parts for Attack on Titan, all will end differently, as we can already see. The first part to Attack on Titan ended with Mikasa saying see you later. The second part to Attack on Titan ended with Paradise Island getting destroyed. The third part to Attack on Titan, which is the anime, should also end differently than what part 2 did. Think about it, he's doing the exact same thing to Attack on Titan final season. And Noko even said it himself. It's called the final season, but the final season is broken up into different parts. And according to the leaks, it's going to be a part 3. And each part is going to have a different fucking ending. And Isayama is doing Attack on Titan final season just like how he's doing his whole entire story, which is breaking it up in 3 different parts. This just further confirms my theory about the anime being a continuation of the manga timeline. But what the anime really is just part 3 to the actual fucking story. So what's the point of making the anime part 3 to the story if it's going to end exactly like part 2 did? It don't make any fucking sense. Like I told y'all, Isayama has no fucking choice but to do this. I didn't do it. He did this shit to himself. He has to do this shit. This is just like a movie. Think about it. Spider-Man is under one title. You have Spider-Man 1, Spider-Man 2, Spider-Man 3. But what it really is just that it's 3 parts to the same story. And each part to the same story starts and ends differently. But all 3 parts to the same story ties into each other. Isayama, I figured you the fuck out. I figured you the fuck, bro, this shit is going to happen. Like, bro, this shit going to happen. Oh, that just further explains why we should get a movie and why a movie makes sense, because essentially this shit is a movie. Isayama even had Eren, Mikasa, and Armin from the AU cast, which is canon, watching part 1 and 2 for Attack on Titan in a form of a movie. When AU Eren said to Armin and Mikasa that if it's another one, we should go and watch it, that other movie will be part 3, which is the anime, which will be part 3 to Attack on Titan final season. Now, if it is true that Attack on Titan final season is going to have a part 3, and that Mappa is going to stop animating at chapter 131, that means that we're going to have 8 chapters remaining. And the fact that we're going to have 8 chapters remaining, it just makes more sense for them to adapt those 8 chapters in the form of a movie. Because if they were to go based off episodes, that means that we're going to have at least 5 to 6 episodes at the most for Attack on Titan final season part 3. And the way how I look at it, that's really fucking stupid to stop animating at chapter 131 and then come back for part 3 for Attack on Titan final season and only have 5 episodes when you could have just added those 5 episodes to part 2 and not even made a part 3. So logically speaking, if we are going to get Attack on Titan final season part 3, it would make more sense to adapt the last 8 remaining chapters in the form of a movie. But even if you look at it from a movie standpoint, 8 chapters is still not enough. So therefore, we're going to need additional content. Now, the thing is that we already have an idea of what this additional content might be. Like I said in my last video, if you go back to chapter 130 where Eren says that everything is still ahead, and if you also keep in mind of the theory about the black background referencing towards the anime and the white background referencing towards the manga. In chapter 130, Eren has memories of things that he only seen in the anime and not in the manga at all, meaning that Eren has future memories of the anime timeline, which would also explain why he says that everything is still ahead, because the anime timeline is ahead of the manga timeline. And I also said in my last video that it doesn't really make any sense for Eren to have future memories of the anime timeline mixed in with memories that he already fucking lived through. So I came to the conclusion that maybe, just maybe, all of those memory shards that are shown in chapter 130 are actually from the anime timeline. And like I said before, Eren has memories that we have not seen in the manga at all. Just like the Flock memory of him smiling at Eren. A character like Flock, especially after time skip, has no reason to be smiling at Eren unless that memory shard of Flock smiling at Eren is post-Rumbling, which gave me the idea that we are going to get the reverse of everything that we got in the manga, meaning we're going to get reverse of reverse ANR, which means ANR. A lot of people that ended up dying at the end of the manga, people like Flock, Eren, and Hanji, I feel like they're going to end up living in the anime. And a couple of characters that ended up living a long life in the manga, I feel like they're going to die in the anime. And instead of Mikasa being the one to create the family and visit the grave of the person that she very much loved and had to sacrifice, and then dying of old age, I feel like Eren in the anime will listen to Eren Kruger's advice, and he will be the one to create a family and then visit the graves of the people that he very much loved but had to sacrifice in order to free Eldia and also stop the time loop, because Mikasa would be part of those people. I feel like she's going to sacrifice herself, and you never know. That memory shard of Mikasa that Eren has of her smiling and also crying, I believe, could replace the see you later scene, but this time she could very well say see you later, but this time she will be the one dying, so ain't no see you later, bitch. But like I was saying, instead of Mikasa being the one that dies of old age, Eren will be the one that dies of old age. Like, it just makes too much sense for Isayama to hint at an ANR ending, but does the reverse of ANR in the manga to set up an ANR ending in the anime. Like I said in my last video, the whole point of going back in time is either to fix something, to prevent something from happening, or to make sure something happens. Eren got sent back in time to prevent the ending that we got in the manga, just like how he was sent back in time to the manga timeline to prevent the ending that they got in the first timeline, where everybody probably died because Eren was not there to protect them. That's probably where that save Mikasa and Armin bullshit came from, because of the fact that Eren gave up and ran away. Therefore, everybody fucking died. So he got sent back in time to prevent that ending. But then Paradise Island got destroyed and the power of the Titans came back. So now he got sent back in time again to prevent that ending. And in all 3 timelines, Eren will and has achieved everything that he wanted. In the first timeline, he achieved being with Mikasa. In the second timeline, he achieved his friends living long lives and also made sure that Armin's dream came true. But in the anime timeline, Eren will achieve freedom. Like, it makes so much sense to have the main character achieve what he wants in 3 different timelines, because he can't achieve what he wants in just one go. And in each timeline, he had to sacrifice what he wants. In the first timeline, I have to sacrifice everybody living a long life, and I also have to sacrifice freedom in order to be with Mikasa. In the second timeline, I have to sacrifice being with Mikasa in order to want my friends to live long lives. In the third timeline, I have to sacrifice being with Mikasa and also my friends in order to achieve freedom. Like, this shit makes too much fucking sense, and that's some good ass fucking writing. I'm I'm not gonna lie. Now, regarding the additional content, and according to the leaks, we're going to have additional content for the Paths arc. Now, this leaked information also lines up with what Isayama said in his interview with Demetrius Johnson when he was asked about Ymir and the 13-year curse. Isayama said that, hey, regarding Ymir, she's going to have content that's going to be anime only later. Now, Isayama saying that leads toward what we're showing in Attack on Titan Final Exhibition, where it's a book that has the Earth Devil on the front of it, but does not have Ymir. And we all know that the Earth Devil represents King Fritz. Now, you can argue that the bitch could just be on the back of the book, but it's definitely a lot of space to put that bitch on the front of the book. So I'm pretty sure that her not being there, basically making the deal with King Fritz, is a hint to the content that will be strictly anime only for her. And if you think about it, usually anime only content is different from manga content. So now we think to ourselves, what can be different about Ymir in the anime? What? She gonna start talking? Fuck no. Going off of my theory about the anime being a continuation of the manga, which I 100% believe is fucking correct, and also knowing that Eren has knowledge of what happened in the past timelines, because obviously if he didn't, he wouldn't be able to do what he did in chapter 138. I'm pretty sure when Eren had kissed Historia's hand in the manga, he should have been able to remember everything that he had forgot when he woke up in the manga timeline. Just like how he was able to see into anime Eren's future memories, I'm pretty sure that Eren should have knowledge of what happened in his past life. So if Eren has knowledge of what happened in his past life, I'm pretty sure that this also applies to Ymir in a way. Because if she already seen Mikasa's choice in the second timeline, which is the manga timeline, why would she need to see that shit again in the anime timeline where she should have already been free from her agony for wanting the king to love her? And maybe that was manga Eren's plan to basically free Ymir from her agony for wanting the king to love her in the manga timeline, so therefore he doesn't have to free her in the anime from her agony for wanting the king to love her. So Isayama can go in two different ways. He could either have Ymir free from her agony for wanting the king to love her out the gate, or he can wait until Eren makes contact with her, and just like how Eren was able to see her memories, she should have been able to see Eren memories. So maybe Eren will show her like, hey, this is what this bitch did to me in the second timeline. So therefore, she does not need to see that shit again, which also leads to Mikasa not killing Eren at all. And maybe, just maybe, everything that manga Eren did was to set up anime Eren. And this is why I like the Paths arc so fucking much, is because it's so fucking interesting when you really fucking think about it and connect all the dots, right? So I did explain this a very long time ago. If we look at the Attack Titans, each Attack Titan holder has a job to set up the future successor. For an example, Eren Kruger basically set Grisha's life up. He allowed Grisha's sister to be killed so that he can create that hatred inside of Grisha. Eren Kruger is the one that sent Grice to tell Grisha the truth. Eren Kruger also sent Dinah Grisha's way, knowing that he will create a family with her. Eren Kruger gave Grisha his mission to take the founder, knowing that as soon as Grisha took the power of the Attack Titan from Eren Kruger, he knew that Grisha will be then given access to Eren Yeager's future memories, meaning that Grisha should have been able to look into Eren Yeager's future memories of Eren reading Grisha's books that he left for him, which is a key for Eren Yeager to unlock all of Grisha's past memories. So unlike Eren Yeager, who did not know that he was a Titan at first, Grisha is different. He knew that he was a Titan, and he also knew what to do because of the fact that he was able to see his own son's future memories. So just like how Eren Kruger set Grisha up, Grisha also set Eren up. As soon as Grisha got into the walls, he went straight to Karla. Then he introduced Eren to Mikasa. And over time, he is the one who created those books, knowing that these books will act like a key to unlock all of Grisha's past memories. So when that time comes for Eren to kiss Historia's hand, he should be able to look into Grisha's past memories and see his own future memories. And we all know that Grisha took the power and gave the power to Eren, right? But then we get to Eren motherfucking Yeager. Now that motherfucker right there is different. He's completely different. Because Eren has no future successor, but he does at the same time. The anime Eren is manga Eren's future successor, because of the fact that he has future memories of another version of himself in the anime timeline. All that manga Eren did is do the same thing that Grisha did for him And also, Eren Kruger did for Grisha, which is set the future successor up. And like I said, anime Eren is manga Eren's future successor. Manga Eren set anime Eren up right in front of us. Manga Eren making Grisha take the power does not benefit manga Eren because he already lived through the shit. But it benefits anime Eren. And that's why he told Zeke, because of you, I now have this path. Eren already knew that he was going to do this shit all over again. So he had to set himself up again to make sure that he gets the fucking power. But like I said, all that he really did was set anime Eren up. And anime Eren will be able to accomplish what manga Eren could not do. Just like how manga Eren was able to accomplish what See You Later Eren could not do. See You Later Eren cannot accomplish his friends living long lives. Manga Eren cannot accomplish freedom, but he did accomplish his friends living long lives. But anime Eren, he's going to be able to accomplish freedom, but he's not going to be able to accomplish his friends living long lives and being with Mikasa. That's the whole point of anime Eren being the successor. He's going to get what they really want, and that is fucking freedom. That scenery that manga Eren was talking about, that scenery is in the fucking anime. And to make sure that Grisha gave him the power even after warning Zeke to stop Eren, Eren showed him that scenery in the anime, which made Grisha give Eren the power. And to be honest, me saying all this also can explain why Eren contradicts himself so much, because he has two other versions of himself inside his head. One version of himself wants to be with Mikasa, which is the See You Later Eren. The other version of himself, which is the manga Eren, that wants his friends to live long lives. The last version of himself, which is the anime Eren, wants to end the cycle of hatred and achieve freedom. Eren and Reiner is the opposite side of the same coin, so it would make sense for Eren to go through exactly what Reiner is going through, which is a split personality. The only difference is that Reiner is split into like 2 different people, while Eren is split into like 3 different fucking people. So it would make sense why he would flip-flop like that in the middle of conversations. Like that whole, I want Mikasa to remember me and I want her to move on. That was See You Later Eren. We don't even know him like that. But manga Eren, I want my friends to live long lives. That was him. But the real Eren motherfucking Yeager, he was the one who made Grisha take the power. He was the one that said that he wouldn't take a gamble. He was the one that was talking to his story in chapter 130, talking about ending the cycle of hatred. That was anime Eren. And we already seen what anime Eren is able to do. That berserk Eren that was fighting Annie, that was anime Eren that took over his fucking body and beat the fuck out of Annie. That motherfucker is angry. He's gonna kill every fucking body. It makes a lot of sense, man. Every version of Eren was able to accomplish what they wanted. We just waiting to see anime Eren accomplish what he wants, and that is freedom. That scenery that he's looking for. According to leaked information, Isayama is working with Mappa very, very fucking close. Very fucking close. Also, at the special event for Attack on Titan, the sound director said, oh, why don't we talk about if the anime ending is going to be like the original? Like, come the fuck on. He would not say that if this shit was not possible. But he did say it, and it's because it's possible. This shit could happen. And I am 100% certain that this shit is going to happen. It makes too much sense. I said all this shit off the top of my head. And the fact that I can connect all this shit together and make this shit make sense is crazy as fuck. And bro, and I don't even know how I'm doing. I'm just talking. But Attack on Titan anime original ending will get a fucking movie. It makes sense. But this is the end of the video. You ain't got to like, you ain't got to comment, but I do appreciate it if you hit the sub button if you're new. And I am out, bro.